WIIFTBP and
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
Riis Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I'd be done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
About National Join a Positive Black Organization Day, because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
It's another Christmas holiday. It's a joyous thing, let the angels sing, 'cause we're together. We gotta think it, can't let it slip away. Though WIIFTBP.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. It's What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson, on a Friday. That's right, it's Friday. That means that it is not the end of the week. It means that I just get to sleep maybe about 2 hours longer. Because you know I grind 7. I'm trying to cut that grind to 5. But Riis, you ever been hot? Like, you ever been, like, hot? Like, when you just in demand, and it's like, you be like, you know what, I better go ahead and rock. Like, you know, like, when overtime is just cracking, and you like, you know what, it could come, you remember the lean times? So you just be like, let me just stack up let me just get it out. What? You need me? And Riis, I can't even front, dog. I cannot front. It's like, I feel like Job. You know the story of Job in the Bible? Job was like, yo, you know, the Lord said the devil said to the Lord, man, you be blessing dudes all the time, and he praised you all the time. But if I probably should have saved this till 6:30. But the Lord said, man, devil, do whatever you want to do to Job. Take everything away from him, I bet you he won't crack. Man, Riis, everything, it seemed like for like years, for Job, he lost his kids, he lost his crib, he lost his money, his wife cheated on him, the whole you did. Still never cursed the Lord. Came back, the Lord said, see, I told you, and put him all back. And not only did he put him back, he restored him, wasn't like 7 times? Something like 7 times. Now, I know y'all don't get up in the morning to listen to me preach. But I got a testimony, and I can't even lie. Yo, bro. But I am glad it's Friday. Just because some days you got to rest. I ain't going to even front with y'all either. On Sunday, if you call me about BS on Sunday, we're going to have a problem. Right? Like, if you call me on Sunday and you ain't calling me to say, hey, let me bring you a beer. Or, hey, let's meet up for a beer. Or if you calling to put some negativity in my life on a Sunday, I'm just not talking to you no more. I'm just putting it out there. Because I need one day. Anyway, Riis, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. DJ Riis the Ruler! How you doing this morning, man? How you feeling, brother? Yesterday you was like...
Man, blessed by the best and feel so refreshed. I went home yesterday and cleaned up and laid down. I went to bed yesterday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. I was in the bed, done. Because for this whole week, I literally have looked at 2 a.m. in the morning every day and then went to sleep. So I really only had like 6 hours of sleep until yesterday.
I remember when you was talking that I don't need no sleep. Why sleep? I die. Look, then they put it on you.
I'm right back on it though. So I just need that one good sleep. Yep. I'm right back to another.
Charge the battery for a month. I'm good. Like if I get a good one, I'm good for a month, dog. I'm good till about 30. Yeah, right. But it be like that. Yeah, man. So Riis, you good, man? You good today?
Oh yeah, man. I'm good. It's Friday.
All right, it's Friday. I mean, your boy used to have a bomb song for Friday, but we can't talk about it and we can't play it. But boy, I used to love that song. I knew my girl sang it.
Who?
Oh boy, what's his name?
Kels.
Hey, who?
Hey man.
Yeah, I know Elvis.
Don't do that.
I know.
You already know it, man. We gotta.
Hey, man, it's a.
His music ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Yeah, and when you think about who he was singing it to, though.
How we know that?
Hey.
We just
I said, okay, Juicy. We got the Juicy segment. Save it for the Juicy segment. Save it for the Juicy segment because I got your whole you dig. So you just get ready because the prosecution closed their arguments. So now you really on the clock today. So we go say, hold on. Don't even go there yet because get it ready because we coming back to Juicy a little bit later. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. That's my man, DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. COVID. Riis, I went out to dinner last night. COVID? What COVID? Ain't no COVID. They like, if you die, you die. I like that, dog. I really do. It's too many applications of it. But, man, so I was out at Chicago Cut yesterday. Hey, Riis, and I had a moment. You're going to be proud of me. I had a moment where I thought about you yesterday when it happened, so I tried to intervene. But anyway, yesterday I was out of Chicago Cut yesterday, and it was they got rid of the outdoor patio, so everybody is inside. Shout out to Darren Collier, who bought my dinner last night, who bought all our dinner last night. I was like, that's when you know you plugged, because I was like I got you at McDonald's, I even got you at Burger King. But if it's for y'all in Chicago Cut, I'm not doing it. Just give it up. Nope, not happening. That brother was like, see that table over there? Get it all for him. Shout out to my man, Darren Collier. But I tell you a joke about Darren was the first black dude. I had a dinner one time where it was $1,000 a plate. Darren came and bought 5 plates. I was like, and you're black? I couldn't believe it. Shout out to him, one of the uber powerful lobbyists who was out at the place last night. But anyway, Riis, it does not seem as though it's like you got to wear your mask in the door. And then once you get in the door, it's like everybody just take their stuff off. They be like, oh, whoa. I be like, oh, damn. Then, you know, it's almost like if you put your mask on, you be looking like you the crazy one. They be like, oh. I was like, damn, it's a lot of white people talking around here. Give me my mask. Also, man, can I tell you something? I know we not supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to like him, right? But I saw Ed Burke at dinner last night. Dude was in there having dinner like a straight up gangster. No BS. Riis, he had his table in the middle of the whole joint, linked over, eating steak, wife Supreme Court Justice, the boss of the Supreme Court, federal case, the whole you dig. Dog, they in there eating like the king is still here. And I'm going to tell you, dog, I feel like, who you think gonna last longer, Ed Burke or Lori Lightfoot? I think Ed Burke, you know, all I could think of yesterday when I saw Ed Burke was, I ain't trying to see no highway chase with Jay. I got a few dollars, I could fight the case, right? He like, hey, Joe, he got a federal case. Dog, it's costing him $1 million a month. He eating steak and lobster like it's like, dog. I mean, it was like a scene out the movie where you know how it's like the bad guy, you know the bad guy is the bad guy, but you know you be kind of like, you know how we got the black folks got the conflict with the Robin Hood thing, like even like we kind of like, you know, bad meaning bad, bad meaning good, the whole conflict. Dog, it was, I'm just saying, if you was going to take a picture of Cool yesterday, like Cool under pressure, it's like, dog, I really did. I wanted to take a picture just so y'all could see what I saw. And then on top of it, I was just thinking about there probably is nobody black who would be sitting under, like black people be sweating beads and be trying to find out how they going to pay their lawyer. Crazy, Joe. Riis, last night though, on the way out the door, a brother was trying to come in, full sweatsuit, like gray jogging pants, gray sweatshirt,
and some Jordans, right?
Track shoes.
Track shoes.
And the security was outside, so I'm walking out the door. We all walking out, and I'm like, damn, I know how this is getting ready to go. I know how this is getting ready to go. And I like, if I wouldn't have known y'all, I probably would have been like, if we wouldn't have had this conversation, I'd be like, nah. However, what was crazy was the dude that I was, one of the dudes I was with, had on sweats and Timbs and a vest and a hoodie. Now, it was black, so you couldn't really tell they was sweat. So the security is like, I'm sorry, sir, you can't come in. We walking out the door. I got on, and then I got on, you saw what I had on yesterday? I had that on. So I had, oh, no, did I have on the polo yesterday? No, I don't think I had on
your brown shirt.
No, I had, you know, that polo camouflage hoodie?
Yeah.
Not hoodie, but the coat with the zip, the 3/4 zip.
Yeah.
So I was rocking that with a pair of camouflage boots. And so I'm walking out, my man walking out, and dude like, so it's a dress code? What they got on? Right? And dude was like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I ain't gonna front though, because when I got to the door, the waitresses was kind of like, you got a reservation?
That was that racism.
The owner came up and was like, he get him a table. Owner was like, I don't care what you say, get him a table. So Riis, as I'm walking out, the brother, he points at both of us, and then he like, Anderson, Maze Jackson, Maze, you see how they doing me, man? They doing oh, damn. And I'm saying to myself, dog, there is a difference here, but I feel you, right? So Now my Riis and Ruthie are just playing in my head left and right, left and right, left and right. Security is sitting there like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Look, they starting to, the other one coming from the back to see what's going on. And the brother is,
just trying to eat, man.
What? Now I'm just going to say, if you looked at so then the dude I'm with be like, damn, bro, I do got on sweats and Timbs. I'm like, dang. What is a brother to do? Riis, I went in and I intervened. However, I had a compromise. I was like, can he come in with jeans? They was like, because, I went by and said, what's the dress code? And the girl was like, well, casual, business casual. And she's looking at me saying that. And she's like, well, you could have on some jeans and a shirt. And so I was like, all right, let me just go negotiate this. So if he could put on some jeans, can he come in? Right? And he was like, so I came back and I was like, bro, he was like, man, I'm about to spend hundreds of dollars on this food around here. Y'all gonna turn it around. Now, I'm gonna tell you, they was like, first of all, they could have been like, they would not have missed your hundreds of dollars. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying it was packed to the point where it was like, but on GP, Riis, I went back and then I negotiated the situation. I was like, brother, can you do me a favor? Do you have some jeans? If you put some jeans on there, let you in. You won't be fronted by your people. That you got people coming to meet you and everything will be okay. And if you could just work with me on the jeans piece, right, the rest of it'll go. And he was like, brother, I'm cool with that. He went across the street, jumped in his truck, got his jeans. Now, I hope everything went because then I had to go, right? And can I just say this? We got to figure out this valet thing. Because it's crazy to me that nobody carries cash, but you always got to have cash for the valet. They need a scanner, something, right? Because it's like you just spent X number. If you buying dinner, you ain't really using cash. Not really. Sometimes, but you know what I'm saying. You usually swiping. They need to have something. And then dude come to your table, take your car, and then you ain't got no cash to get a man. He be looking at you like, for real. I don't even, when you see somebody spending some money, and then they be like, man, I ain't even got nothing. You be like, dog. First of all, if I just saw you come out there, you trying to tell me you ain't got no money to pay for me for my valet? Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Then you got to walk a mile to find a cash station. I've been late one time trying to find a cash station to valet. Crazy, ain't it? All right, y'all. So that was a little bit of my experience last night.
Appreciate you helping that man. I mean.
No, and he was shout out to Bob Israel. He is a member of I don't know but he like a Hebrew Israelite. Right? I didn't even know that the Hebrew Israelites went to, and I'm not saying that in a smart ass way. I'm saying it like, I be thinking, anyway, I did, Riis, though, I did think about you and Ruthie. Because, like, I'm telling you now, if we wouldn't have had that conversation, I'd have been like, dog, now
And this tracksuit probably didn't even look bad, though, did it? Oh, was it like
it's gray sweats, bro. It's like gray sweats. I'm not tripping, and I don't want to be on, but gray sweats. Now, y'all know, I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all know how the whole thing with the gray sweats and the ladies in the wintertime and the whole thing. I'm just telling you.
So that's why we can't wear gray sweats.
Nah, brother. Nah, shoot, I'm great. I'm well. How Bernie Mac do it? I'm hung low. I take this whole room will get dark. Let me stop. I won't even go there. Y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I am feeling a little silly on Friday. But Riis, I am telling you, if it was not for you and Ruthie, I probably would not have said a word. Well, he did put me on blast, though. Maze Jackson! I was like, damn.
That's when you're supposed to say, no mess. No.
No say. No say. No, you know what, though, bro? I felt like I had a duty. Like, I felt like I had a duty to advocate. That was pressure though, Riis. You know how you be like, you was like, I wish sometimes, have you ever went out the door and you could go out? Let me ask a question. Do you ever go to parties and leave without saying bye?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you feel like you gotta say bye? Like sometimes I feel like I just want, especially if somebody having a great party, they kicking it, and it's like I ain't the feature of the party, I slide out on you. I had a great time. I probably won't send you a text unless you be like, what happened to you?
Right. That's what I was just going to say. Like, when I generate, like, I'll be, it all depends. You know, I might, you know, my cousin might pull out, I might step outside, and then, you know, I'm already outside, and I've been there for a minute, and I'll be like, you know what, cuz, might as well go home. You know what I'm saying? I send them, hey, man, you know what, woo, you know, I got to go and get up out of here. Man, you know, black people use any excuse to leave. You know, I got to go home and iron the drapes. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Got to go clean out the mayonnaise jar. They're like, all right, okay, you know, but like black people use any excuse to get off the phone and get out of jam somewhere. They don't care what it is. what it is, I'm telling you.
Hey, Joe.
Gotta go mop the garage. He's like, all right, see you later. There's no, don't. They use
ain't got no damn garage.
Right.
Oh, damn. Oh, that was funny. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. We're gonna continue this show after the break. Riis, you know we fly the soul plane here. And so when you get, this is what I want you to do. When we go to break, let's take the soul plane up, because when we get up in the air, I want to tell you about a new type of airplane that might work for week 304 Wednesdays. Have you heard about this? You have not, Riis, you have not heard about the Love Cloud? All right, when we come back, I'm going to tell you about the Love Cloud and why I think it might be good for week 304 Wednesdays. We'll talk about it more when we come back. And, don't forget, we are up and away. This is your man, your pilot, Maze Jackson, on the What's in It for the Black People Media Network. I am your host, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. Got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord. I got one. Something better. I got 5 reasons. 5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around. Turned it around. He woke me up this morning. Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4. He woke me up this morning. Come on, number 3. Come. He woke me up. Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one? He woke me up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason. Number 1. Final answer. He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:33 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update in sports. The Chicago Bulls take care of business at the Garden as they win 119-115 to beat the Knicks. Over the hockey, the Black Hawks also win as they beat the Capitals 4-3 in a shootout. Let's move over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is 23 minutes. Outbound will be 17 on the Edens. From Deerfield to the Exchange is 29 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be the same. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 39 minutes. 31 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson is 35 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 32. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 32 minutes. 28 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 15 minutes in both directions. That's to the Loop as well as to 95th. On DuSable, Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back out to 55th will be 7 minutes. And 8 minutes north Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 45 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 48 with a low of 37. I'm Riis the Ruler, and on this Friday, he keeps on blessing me on The Maze Jackson Show.
I'm so glad that the Lord, He keeps on blessing. Y'all, I must say, every day, He's making a way. Ooh, keep on blessing me. Bless
Blessed in the city, blessed in the field, even when you come and go. I'm so glad that the Lord keeps on blessing me. Y'all, I must say, in spite of, he just keeps on. Yeah, keep on blessing me. Oh, keep on blessing me, blessing me, blessing me. In spite of me, he keeps on blessing me, blessing me. I don't deserve it. He keeps on blessing me, blessing me. All the time, he keeps on blessing me, blessing me.
Listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. And I want to welcome everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, WBGX 1570 AM. The Lord keeps on blessing us. We want to thank y'all for joining us every Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8 a.m. Hey, y'all, the Lord keeps on blessing me every single day. I can't even front y'all. Every day I got to wake up and say thankful. But you know what? Shout out to Pastor Terrence Keys, who I would give a shout out to if I was talking to him. But I ain't talking to him right now. So since I ain't talking to to Pastor Terrence Keys and that whole Church Chicago show that I don't want y'all to tune into every Sunday, starting at 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, because I still don't, they took my shirt back, y'all. Like, I left my shirt on the table, they took it back. I got an attitude, right? You see what I'm saying? See, you know how somebody give you a gift and you leave it there? So you be like, I ain't took it yet. When I came back, it was gone. I was like, all right, I see how y'all do. I'm going to keep on blessing you. That's all right, because at the first of the year, I'm going to bless y'all with a invoice. No, I'm just playing. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. We want to thank everybody again from WBGX 1570 AM for joining us every Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all of that. And I know my seniors that are on the radio know about that, because y'all know during COVID, I know y'all church went virtual. So don't even front. I know y'all was looking at the pastor, figuring out how to send them tithes in during because they cash out. Zelle, what that PayPal? Now, let me just tell you, if you want to keep on blessing me right here on the Maze Jackson Show, then what we need you to do, the Lord wants you to bless us real good. Now, if you want to bless us real good, you want to send those tithes on in. Now, here at the Church of WIIFTBP, I just want to let you know, tithes are 20%. Because we want to get you we want to get you to the front of the line. See, 10%, you'll be in the line. 20%, no line, no wait. You go to the straight of the line, we let you in the VIP entrance. That is why, people say, Brother Maze, Minister Maze, please help me understand. I've had a few challenges, a few trials in my life. That is why when you come to the Church of WIIFTBP, your 20% tithe, we put a little extra word into the Lord for you. Just a little extra. We got a runner. He come from the door and he'll check with the Lord just so you don't get fronted at the door. That 20% is what Riis ever got to the door. You thought your name was on the list. You got your new clothes on, you're fresh, you're on your way to heaven. And you get to the front of the line, you done walked past everybody. You done looked at them. You had your car valet. You tip the driver up front. Well, if you tied to the Church of WIIFTBP at 20%, we can help you avoid any misunderstandings. And for an extra 20, we can help you get past some of them blemishes. Now, you may have to wait in line as we take care of that. But that's at the 50% tithe. But let me just let you know, we even have a 10% package. Now, you might have to wait a little bit. But that is why you must come to the Church of WIIFTBP. Because at 20%, we can get you to heaven. No line, no wait. I am Minister Mays, right here on the What's in It for the Black People. Now, y'all check me out, because I may be having me a Sunday time slot where I will collect tithes and offerings and get you closer to the Lord. Lead in with my good friend Joe Osteen, little TD Jakes, little Creflo Dollar. We can all be G14ing around this mob. Don't let the ministry be stuck by your inhibitedness. Give us that 20% and we'll get you closer to God right here on the Church of WIIFTBP. And now, back to Mays Jackson. What's up, y'all? That Minister Mays be tripping, boy. He got to hustle for everything, Riis. But I don't know, man. Riis, if I could pay 30, 40 and know everything else, Riis, you know how you can go to the store and they get you a new Social Security? My man say if I give him the 50, they'll give me somebody else's identity and I'll get in. I'm just thinking, man, Church of WIIFTBP, you might want to check that out sometime. You got any questions, let me know. All right, y'all. This is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm going to run through some of these headlines, and then I'm going to get to the social media question of the day. Hey, we're going to talk about the Latino Caucus laying down the gauntlet, not laying down the gauntlet. Hey, Riis, they just said, meet us on the field. There's like, y'all want to be in the boardroom? You have, like when negotiations. Now, I'm not saying that they want to meet us after school just yet, but they talking smack. And I feel like, you ever seen somebody who been lifting weights but didn't take boxing class? And so they be talking smack and they come outside and then you see somebody who you never thought be like, bang, 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 bang. All the muscles in the world don't count. Quick draw McGraw. Ding. Riis, I think they, I don't know. This Latino Caucus thing is really interesting. And it's so funny because it's like they're trying to pick who they want to fight. If that makes sense. Right? So if the whole squad is over here and they saying, I ain't got no problem with you. I want to fight him back there. But I'm standing in front. Like, it's all us. You called us all out. But you trying to pick who you want to fight in the fight because you think you can beat them in the fight. Y'all better tune in at 7 o'clock because I got to break this down for you. All right? Did you see that Governor J.B. Pritzker is providing $300 million in child care grants? So y'all, respectfully, I'm not trying to trip out, but I want y'all to understand that this is what they call the benefit of incumbency. So $300 million in child care grants so you can get free child care and help the daycares. You know what that is, Riis? That is a campaign tactic so that when you can say, oh, we got free daycare. Why is it just now as we're going into the election cycle? Right? So I just want y'all to pay attention to that. I know everybody's going to be excited, but that should just be the tip of the iceberg. We need to be shaking the tree loose. And they got all that stimulus money. That ain't enough. So I want y'all to hear when they tell you got 300, still you got to be like, that ain't enough. Black people, that ain't enough. Did you see the editorial column in the Sun Times today? Jerry Reinsdorf, Todd Ricketts, and Rocky Wirtz, billionaires. I called it billionaires snitching with a B. Billionaires saying that it's not fair that they can't get more billions by participating in sports betting. All I'm going to say like this is, like, I'm not really in the battle, but I do feel like we need to, like, we saw this gambling, this sports betting, all of this stuff, millions and billions of dollars, and the only people they talking to are preachers. Wealth building opportunity, black investment group, we should have a piece of the sports betting. Really. Y'all know, I know y'all, this is cannabis all over again, except that it ain't as sexy and it ain't as popular, but they're all making money off of black athletes betting on essentially cockfights. Whatever version of it is, they got black bodies that they can bet on and make billions of dollars. And man, think about this. These people want sports betting, and do you realize, Riis, that football contracts aren't even guaranteed? These guys are going to make billions of dollars over. They will break up your bodies. We just saw the NFL be like, they going to give black people less because we have less mental capacity starting with, so we have less earning, and we're not going to get any part of this sports betting. Like, we're letting 3 billionaires get in the newspaper and write a letter telling us why they should be able to bet. They should be able to make billions and billions of dollars, and we don't get no cut? None? Where's the black dude that y'all talking about that's supposed to be benefiting from this? I don't see John Rogers. Y'all ain't called John Rogers and put his name on this letter. But that's who y'all going to be running. When they run to the Black Caucus, they going to be talking about, we got to do this for John Rogers. It's like, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Y'all should read that editorial. It's like 3 billionaires, and I think it's so glaringly obvious that we weren't included in the piece. No black billionaire. No, why the black dude that's going to win on this, that they telling us when you go to the Black Caucus that you got to sign off on this because we got to help? How come he didn't get to put his name on the letter? Cool. All right. I'm going to stop. Keep on. Riis, Juicy Smoothie. The prosecution closed they closed their case yesterday. They ended their argument. Not ended their argument, but they wrapped. It's now on Juicy. Riis, before you start, because now you're going into the big lie, and they done already started by saying that the judge is looking at us funny. And he making comments and he making signs because they trying to talk about everything but the case. Riis, is it time for Jesse? Because this, let me tell you, you going to defense, so this is where they about to have to, Riis, they going to have to really start lying. Riis.
What my assistant did now?
Your assistant, Riis. You don't have an Riis. Your assistant hasn't been at the court case at all.
I fired him. Remember I told you before this. That's why.
So why we tried to? You fired your.
I fired my assistant because that person is the one that had my phone. You don't remember me telling you that.
So you're gonna present evidence to the lie.
Present.
So
evidence.
you're gonna because this now step out of character. Not even step out of character. You stay right where you at. So we have all of this evidence.
Saying that what? What evidence?
The phone, the video.
My assistant has.
But is that so? That's not you in the camera. That's not you on the video.
That's me on the video. You talking about getting beat up?
No, not getting beat up. We didn't get the beat up. We only got the practice run. And that's, you didn't send us, so the Serio brothers, you didn't drive them there. I mean, we got you on camera driving the car to them and taking them to the store to go get the stuff. So you sure that so now anything that you present is going to be perjury if you are found guilty, which is only going to stack.
Yeah.
So you gonna keep with this lie, sir?
Yana, like I told you before, we both worked on the same set as Empire. They asked me to help them with a project. I declined, and these boys didn't have a car. They said, well, the least thing that you can really do is just take me to go get some stuff, and then we'll just shoot the movie ourselves. We'll just do like a low budget movie to start off, not thinking that the actual things that they were getting were to harm me, Your Honor. that's just so crazy. So I drove these guys there and everything, and from there, that's when everything went, like crazy.
So when did they put the MAGA hats on, and when did that part happen?
I don't recall.
So, Mr. Smoothie.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Smoothie, are you suggesting that all of the evidence presented by the prosecution, we should not believe any of it? That we should not believe what we've said, read? I mean, we've tracked the phone. We've pinged your phone. We have used every bit of forensic. You have wasted tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of taxpayers' dollars. And are you going to continue to waste their money? Because Mr. Smoothie, I want you to understand that if you continue this charade and you wait and we find you guilty, you're gonna pay the fullest extent of the law. You're gonna do 3 years. Mr. Smoothie, I'd like to offer you the opportunity to walk right now on probation.
Your Honor, the charade is how these men actually played me, Your Honor. More than anything, I feel like I was the game that's being played, and now they has me on here. My Empire career is over. My career probably as an entertainment is over, Your Honor. That's the charade. The charade is, look where it got me. I tried to help these guys out, take them to get their stuff, and then they do this to me. I don't know where my phone is, pinging it. Come on, Your Honor. It was not me. It wasn't me. I did not do these things that I'm being accused of here in this court of law. And I believe that once the people go on the back and delegate it, they will understand as well, Your Honor. Got you, man. We good, yeah. He ain't going, yo.
Said the last.
He ain't going,
Hey,
man.
Joe. Riis, the dreadhead cowboy need to hire you. If he gonna go out, he might as well go out with a bang dog.
He might as well. He said he might as well go out with me.
Okay, y'all. The Chronicles of Juicy Smoothie. We will continue. We will continue this series. I think the case is gonna go to next week. And in the case that it does, we'll be back with this. This is ridiculous. Is this the Mace Jackson show? Oh, Jesus Christ. Speaking of juicy, 3-6 Mafia, Bone Thugs and Harmony versus last night. What the hell happened, man? I heard Busy Bone snapped off 2 bottles at 3-6. Is 3-6 Mafia the one with the little hand?
What you mean?
Like the short arm thing? What?
Nah, 3-6 Mafia. No.
Don't one of them got like a smaller arm?
I thought that was who was that? I thought that was the Yin Yang twins with the dude with like the fingers or something like that. Like I never
maybe you're right.
I never heard of 3-6 Mafia with the short arm or anything like that.
Okay, so 3-6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony. I got to roll with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Now, but they don't got 20 hits. They don't got 20 hits.
3-6 Mafia got 20 hits?
Yes, they did. They got 20 hits.
Wait a minute, is that what's up? Who? What's up?
Sipping on some sipping.
Okay, so I got that. They
Who
got
run it? Huh? Who run it? You know, that one is like 3-6 Mafia came like with like some hits, and then they got. I think they probably used a song or two from what's that? Hustle and Flow. That like they want. Like,
I thought that was right. That's what that is. What's that? A pit.
Hustle and Flow with
right, the worst. Like I don't understand,
man. You know what I'm saying, man. Every time he do a movie, he gotta say, man. I be like, did they really put that in the script, man?
They get off frat, man. He's signal. Man.
Oh, they now I understand, man. I want him to say, "Go, mob, man."
Hey.
Is that how he said?
Hey, let me tell you, don't have me around here icing y'all up now. So frat, wait. So I don't really know who 3-6 Mafia is, Riis. Then I feel like they was the ones on the stage with that was the rapper. They wasn't like the what's up, what's up. What's the one? Did they do the what's the one where the bed be squeaking?
What it is?
Right? Is that the what it is?
I don't think that's
what's up.
They sing.
That sound like some old Devin music, some old Devin Boosie music, old country rap. I like. Meet me at the crossroads. Now, I don't think nothing could be crossroads, dog. Nothing could be crossroads.
Yeah, but that is
nothing could be crossroads.
Songs,
Take me at the crossroads. Nothing could beat the crossroads, dog. I remember the first time I heard them, and they was like, It's the first of the month. It was Thuggish Ruggish Bum. I was like, oh God. And then it grew on me. That would turn into a. Do you remember when them and Twista had the beef in Chicago? Man, it was on and popping, boy. Twista versus Bone Thugs and Harmony. It took a long time for us to get over that. All right, y'all. So who won?
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia beat.
Yeah.
Who took Busy Bone in the back and was like, "You bet"? They probably showed him the money he was about to lose because he came back like, "My bad, my bad." You ain't see the video? You saw?
Yeah. I woke up and then somebody had told me, so I went to go watch it. Then come on, man.
It was like, "What, you ain't get your pill?" Oh Lord, y'all on these drugs. Okay, what else? Man was arrested in the slaying of Jacqueline Avant. He shot himself in the foot. He robbed the house with the AR-15, Reese. Yeah. They had security in the building, too. He shot at the security. Security did not bust back. Reese. You heard of the Love Cloud. Have you heard of the Love Cloud?
No, sir.
All right. So, Reese, when I saw this story, first of all, it made me look because it said, have you ever wanted to be in the Mile High Club? Do you know what the Mile High Club is? Yes. Does everybody know what the Mile High Club is? So the Mile High Club, if you don't know, is having relations while you're at 300,000 feet, right? It is often talked about, but I don't know how many people have actually pulled it. I'm not saying that they haven't, but I don't know how many people have actually pulled it. Like, pulled it. And I don't even know how you pull it. Do you pull it in the bathroom? Do you pull it in the seat? Do you pull it? Like, how do you? Well, speaking of, let's not talk about pulling. Let's stop. Anyway, in Las Vegas, there is a new company called the Love Cloud, and it is a private jet company. And Reese, for $995 for 45 minutes, for $1,095 for 60 minutes, or for $1,495 for an hour and a half, you can get a private jet that will take you up in the air for that amount of time, where you may then, in a private room in the jet, in the air, become a member of the Mile High Club. It's soundproof, and you can't see in, and you take the plane. Now, the plane goes up, it flies around for 45 minutes. I was saying for $995, I was just thinking for 45 minutes. I was like, hey, if I get 10, I could probably be straight, right? Like, the rest of the time, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing anyway. Like, do they got to sync? I mean, it's only so, I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, $995. I was like, I really was like, though, $995, so how much for a half? I was like, how much for 15 minutes? Can I just get the 15-minute package? I probably have about 7 left. Somebody else, Anyway, I was just thinking, though, the Love Cloud, Reese, we fly the Soul Plane, week 304.
And I pay $1,000. Listen to me. We not even talking until we land back on the I don't even want to hit.
Do you start, I wonder, does it start when when they close the door, it's just on and popping?
Start when you're going up the steps. The steps. That's what we going up the steps. Okay, that's what we do.
Oh,
okay,
Lord Jesus. All right. All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. Love Cloud playing, Reese. I'm saying $995 for 30 minutes. I need 15. I really need about 6. I'm good.
$900. That ain't even.
Jeez. Is it worth it? Would you pull it? If you had it, would you do it? If I had, let me stop.
If I had it to where $900 seemed like it was just $9, then probably yeah. But right now, no, man, listen.
I'll be like, baby, she'll be like, if you don't get your... All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. We're going to take a quick break. I did not ask the social media question of the day. What is Black Chicago proud of, Riis? I know you didn't hit the button. Don't worry. What is Black Chicago proud of? I was thinking about this as our culture, as I just been thinking about it, and I was sitting around and I've been listening to the narrative around this story of the remap, and I was listening to Heather Sharon yesterday on Chicago Tonight, and it was kind of like listening to our new reality that we really are not the dominant numbers that we used to be, regardless of whether the count is off a little bit or not. And it's just like facing the new reality that, it was just interesting. And so I want to know, what does Black Chicago have to be proud of? And I don't want the easy answers like, our lakefront and what does Black Chicago itself have to be proud of in this city that we live in right now? This is the Maze Jackson Show, and I'm going to tie that all into this ward remap. There is so much going on with this ward remap that I really feel like we got to talk about it some more. I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to talk about this conversation, though, because I really don't know if we're paying attention, if we're seeing the depth of what is actually happening right now. And so I just want to talk about it a little bit more. I know we talked about it yesterday, and I feel like I missed some stuff, or I feel like I don't know if I was clear. But do you understand that it's like when the black people got control of the rules committee, there used to be a time when you would fear that. And I think that the Latinos are like, we ain't got to be scared of them. We can beat them. But it's like, it's not us. It's the city, and the Latino Caucus is taking on the city. It just happens to be a black person in charge of the city program. And I think they know that if they hold out and we don't stand strong, the white folks will flip on us and go to them. And it's never, I really want to talk about this in depth. I really wish I could get some Chicago alderman to call me, like Alderman Jason Irvin or Alderman Burnett or somebody. Call in and tell us, let's talk about this. Because, it's crazy. It's like, I really think we should look at Atlanta. And I think if you look at Atlanta and see the change that is possible, there's a frustration with the status quo. And I feel like we are really rapidly coming upon that thing where I say we allow ourselves to be kicked in the butt. We're eating ourselves up internally, and by the time we come back, the external will be gone. I'm going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:04 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather update. Chicago Bulls will beat the New York Knicks at the Garden 119-115. The Chicago Blackhawks will beat the Capitals 4-3 in a shootout. Now in the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is now 38 minutes outbound to O'Hare 23. On the Edens from Deerfield to the Circle will be 41. Circle back out to Deerfield still 28. On the Eisenhower with Thorndale to the Loop is 40. Back out to Thorndale 31. The Stevenson is 42 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 32. The Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 40 minutes, 28 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 18 minutes to the loop, but 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, south 55th to Jacksonville is Jackson to 55th is 7 minutes. On the north side of things, it's still 8. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 45 and cloudy. Expect scattered showers in the 8 o'clock hour. Today's high will be 48 and a low of 37. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's some Ricky Hendrick with Be My Christmas on The Maze Jackson Show.
Baby, like the tree, I will be all that you need. Unwrap you underneath the mistletoe. We can sip some wine, kiss you from head to toe. Baby, don't you ever let me go. I want you to know it's alright. Wishing you be my boo. Can you please be my Christmas? Wrap your arms around me. Wishing, please, can you be with me, baby, on this Christmas? Step this way. Come on, baby, ride with me in my sleigh. Tonight we're gonna party, girl. It's time to play. Baby, get you gon' do it on Christmas Day and go all the way. Merry Christmas, babe. 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 Feliz Navidad, babe. Feliz Navidad. Wishing you be my boo. Can you please be my Christmas? Be my Christmas, babe. Be my Christmas, baby. Wishing, please, can you be with me, baby, on this Christmas? I got something very for you. Got your shorty baby to me. My stuff, right here, baby. Your stuff, my stuff.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve wrong. In the mirror, realize you great. Yeah, we always argue with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune and stay on top about who forward, about who not. Just green light all the black economy, then watch all the shooting don't stop. To my black people in power, just remember we put you in power. If you really wanna save all the black princesses, be Mario and I Bowser. They gave us a hard job. We gon' make it if we do it together. Divided before, we gotta evolve. With confidence, you are real before you started. With no confidence in the people, we always gon' be the people.
What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Who's telling the lies? Who's telling the truth? Black people realize the sun shines for you. So stop the divide. See what melanin do. What's in it for the black people? All the lies we turn people.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler, in the building. Hey, y'all, we got guests coming on today. Today at 8:30, we got the Money, Sex, Generation X podcasters stopping in. My man, Big Stu and E Money. If you did not catch me on their show last week, you missed a treat. Talked to Yvonne Orgy's publicist. I had to ask her about the black, you know what I'm saying. But they're going to be joining the network at the beginning of the year. Don't forget, Riis, we got to talk about Sunday if you are going to be available, because we do have Aziza Lisa starting the turn up. She trying to, Riis, I'm worried. Like, I don't know if I need to let all y'all turn ups get together. It's going to be kind of crazy. So y'all check us out. We got more shows starting on the network. Be on the lookout for our time. Can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all take a moment? Because one of the things that I used to do all the time that I do not do anymore, and it's really a matter of laziness, is not laziness, of just sometimes you just get out of the habit of doing things. I need to ask you all to share the broadcast. Take a moment and share the broadcast. It used to be, remember I used to be no shout, no share? I really don't do too many shout outs anymore, but share the broadcast. Take a moment and share the broadcast. We want to keep on growing. We have been on a kind of a pretty crazy growth spurt on What's in It for the Black People media, particularly the Maze Jackson Show. Analytics behind the scene kind of off the charts. But one of the things that I have noticed is that we have definitely not been sharing at the same level. We're actually, what's so crazy is we have more numbers with less shares. So I'm going to ask you all to take a moment, share the broadcast, share the broadcast, share the broadcast. Thanks to everybody. Hey, shout out to the Wolfpack. I know they made their money. I got a call from the Chicago Bears yesterday who was like, Maze. First of all, can I say, we have all types of people who tune in to the Maze Jackson Show. And it's, you got to be careful. You got to manage your relationships. Let me just start there. I'm going to just be real candid about that. Work really hard to manage positive relationships. Shout out to Tony Medlin, right? I don't know if you all know, but, and Tony keeps himself pretty low key on the broadcast, but Tony is the longtime equipment manager for the Chicago Bears. He's here with us every morning. Every morning, tuned in, rocking and rolling with us. And it's so crazy to me because I'd be like, man, the Chicago Bears. And so yesterday, they reached out and they was like, man, we saw on your show what's going on with the Wolfpack, and the Bears want to be supportive. That's big, dog. That's big. You know, we got much, you know, Chicagoans, we love the Bears regardless of how they do us. But man, I thought it was dope to y'all like. So let me just say this again. Shout out to Tony Medlin. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. Shout out to all the people in the communication staff. I see you. I appreciate all of the people that reached out. It means a lot to me, actually. I ain't going to even lie. When an organization like that comes and says, how can we help? Right? And we got to be judicious in that. And so just remember that, right? That the Bears, like it wasn't no big old show. They didn't. Tony Medlin, who is, in my estimation, a Lions Den member. You know, everybody can't talk, right? Everybody can't say their name. But I see you when you be popping up in there, Tony, every day. I be like, Dad, for real? One of these days you're going to have to give me an equipment room, though. I'm just telling you, dog. It's be like, look, man, people be swiping my birthright. I need to be on the field. One of these days, man, I got to take my boy. You know how you be seeing people, kids, and they be catching the footballs and stuff? And you be like, man, I want my son to be on the field. Just like I want him to be a ball boy at the Bulls. You heard me, Finch? Don't let these children suffer because they daddy be in the fight. The Maze Jackson Show. Did I tell y'all my niece had her first band concert and my sister didn't invite me? Shout out to Reagan, even though she in the Humphrey band. You know, BJ Ward Wildcats. But shout out to the Rago Babo on her first concert yesterday, 7th grade band. And can I tell y'all, shout out to Rago Babo because she back to swimming. Y'all know. Y'all gonna see me at the Olympics. Y'all gonna be like, what is that black dude doing in the Olympics? And then you're gonna be like, and next, Reagan Brooks. That's the family. And they finna have, and I ain't gonna even front, they getting ready to have them. You know Bolingbrook, right? We trendsetters, so we gonna have us a black swim squad. Like they already got them a squad. Like you know how you seen the team that be growing and then it's like they walk out there, Riis. And you know at the swim meets, it don't be no lot of the swim meets be at the Oak Brook Aquatic Center. At the Willowbrook Aquatics. It don't be at the Y. Don't be at the Park District. Man, actually I went to the Oak Brook Park District and it was like, what is this? What? Okay. You know how Tyrone was talking about our football field? It was like that. And so you know when we're going to have a Tennille movie. Like we had King Richard, we're going to have Queen Tennille. Because you know them little sisters got you got to walk with your shoulders up, your head up, and they be walking through there. Hey, Riis, when they hit the water, it be like straight up. It's like, you give us a sport, if you let us in, shout out to the Rago Babo back in the pool. All right. Rago Babo in the pool. Psh, hey, I'm going to have to pull the video. Because, she hop in, she be like, psh. And there, it's like when Reagan go to the swim meets, Riis. Like one day, Tennille's like, oh, Maze, you could leave. It's almost over. You're going to have too much time, blah, blah, blah. Me and Bud go get some barbecue because we like, all right, we all the way out here. We're going to head back to the city. Aunt Tennille calls us back like, oh, she won everything. Thanks, Aunt Tennille. We wanted to be there. But I be feeling like I really feel like they don't be telling me, Riis, because you know how I'm going to be, right? Let's go. The swim meets be like, whoosh, whoosh. It be quiet. People be like, let's go, Rago, Uncle Maze. Right? I think that's why they do. Because Riis, I feel like when we go to these places, you got the just overabundance to white people. What is wrong with this guy? Because we kicking y'all in. Because, white folks, they'll make you win, make you feel bad about winning. Right? They'll be like, they'll tell you all the time. So I'll be like, don't even try it. Do not even try it. All right, y'all, I'm through. Okay, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, all right, y'all. I want to talk about the remap again. Are y'all tired of me talking about it? I'm sorry because it's just okay. I want to preface this by saying that I don't dislike anyone. I believe that politics is war without bloodshed. While I often take it personally, it is not personal. It is about fighting for resources for whatever constituency that you represent. I do not take offense to any race, group, creed, whatever you are. I do not take I don't take it personal when you fight for your own constituency. I want to start there. I think that as you fight for your constituency in the world of politics, you are constantly looking for points of leverage that you can use to bring back resources to your community. And it is not personal. You exploit, and I am using the word exploit, any weakness, any opportunity to bring resources back to your community. That is a hard thing for people to understand because it sounds so harsh, but it is the reality of politics. The concept of representation, what they say, no taxation without representation. The concept of representation is inherently based on divisions in my mind. Whether that division is state to state, and you're competing for competitive grants. We are all United States citizens, but you can't tell me that Michigan don't want to beat Ohio. And you can't tell me Illinois don't. So I want to be clear that I believe, because see, what people will do is take this and then they will say that I am being racist or divisive or whatever. But the premise of politics is essentially divisive. And then once you understand where you fit in the puzzle, then bringing other people and other constituencies. So when they say it's a game of addition, it is a game of addition. But what are you adding to? There has to be a base. Does that make sense? Now, while pitched as a black and white battle, a black and brown battle, the ward remap is truly is not necessarily racially based. The racial basis is, the racial component of this is the identification of who is being represented. And the way that the demarcation is not by geographic boundary, it's not by educational level, it is by race. So inherently, this is going to start to take on racial ramifications. But let's be clear, if there was a large enough constituency of the LGBTQ community that resided in one area, the dynamic would not just be race. It would be whatever other component or constituency that decides that it has reached a critical mass and they want a voice. hence the creation of the Asian ward. So now we have passed the deadline. Riis, for the last, since I have been involved in politics, the ward map never went to a referendum, and the ward map was always an in-house decided through internal politics of the city council with a combination of the mayor, the various constituencies, and they did it in-house. This is the first remap process where a white man is not running the program. When the white man ran the program, the Latino Caucus never thought to fight back against it. When it was Ed Burke, Dick Mell, and O'Connor, they would not have fought back. Same people. They would have been silenced. Now, Riis, a black woman is in charge not of the Black Caucus. She is in charge of the city's map. But who is the least respected constituency in Chicago? The black community. So what is the Latino Caucus doing? Instead of accepting the map and working inside the internal process, they have decided to reduce the black woman who is in charge of the entire city's map to a common negress. So imagine you walk in the room and you are the boss of the whole company. And one division of the company says, I don't care who you the president of, you ain't telling us what to do. And not because you don't have the authority, but purely because I can paint you as black. Now, I want to be clear. This is a political tactic. Am I mad? No. I am saying understand what is happening in your face. So let me break down the parties, not the parties. Here are the people that are involved in the ward remap. There's the mayor, who quite frankly is hiding. Everybody understands why the mayor doesn't want to take a side in this, right? Because the mayor is trying to figure out how does she survive. And she's put so many eggs in the Latino bucket that she can't really go against them, even though they're going against her and her handpicked rules committee chair. But the mayor won't make a decision and weigh in because why? She is still trying to appease the Latino community, and she won't kick the Black Caucus to the curb. Why? Because the Latino Caucus is showing her they don't care. And so if she has any chance of winning, guess where she's got to be? She got to find her way back to black people. So what the mayor has done is essentially abdicated her responsibility in this and said, y'all work it out. Just make sure Ed Burke can't win. And I'm out. So much so that she went to Washington, D.C. She went to Washington, D.C. not to meet with the mayor. Not to meet with the president or the vice president. She was meeting with department heads. Because guess what? She did not want to face the press over this issue. Let's talk about the city council. So the mayor has abdicated the responsibility and handed the ball to the city council and allowed them to govern and make their own map. Right now, Riis, the count is 35 city aldermen to 15 Latino caucus members plus 14 plus Alderman Beal, who is on the Latino team, I believe. So all of the white folks and all of the black folks are all together in the city map. The Latinos have said, we don't care. Move out the way, white guys. We're not going to respect that woman back there, and we're going to name the city's map the black map. Because if we name the city's map the black map and we hold out long enough, guess what? We can get the white folks because the white folks don't care. We'll give the white folks whatever they want, and we can flip them to us. But we got to stick together. We got to hold out. So right now, the Latino Caucus has declared war on their colleagues because the city has a map. Y'all are all committee chairmen. Now, let me tell you, Riis, if it's me and I'm the mayor or I'm the city council, if mayor, you want to get up out of this, everybody that's against this map, we're voting to reassign committee chairs. Now, I know I said, okay, I'm doing too much for y'all, right? That probably goes a little. Let me tell you else who was involved. You got the Latino Caucus. The Latino Caucus is led by Gilbert Villegas, who right now is using this as an opportunity because he's running for Congress to demonstrate that he is a fighter for Latinos because they just created a Latino district. So you can take all of this, think about all the media that is coming, and he is standing up on TV saying, no, we must get Latino rights and we must get a blah. So he's using this all as campaign fodder. And in the meantime, raising himself up as the counterbalance because Chewy is on the south side, himself on the north side. No shade. Politics. It's all about leverage. Then you got the Black Caucus, the White Caucus, and the Old Guard, who have all gotten together, Riis, and said, we will support the process and work together within the realm of the city's ward map. So, Riis, the map is a process that's supposed to be made in-house by the city council members. Now the Latino Caucus has said, if we can't get the black people, if we can't get the white people to flip, we're so opposed to giving the blacks what they want that we will side with another organization outside of the city council to team up to build a constituency against the city's map. Who they are saying to us is the black people's map. But they have 35 votes. So the only people who ain't with it are the Latino Caucus. Riis. But what they know is if they hold out long enough, who gonna stick with the black people forever? So all they got to do is stand solid. And slowly but surely, their plan is that white folks will come to them. Riis, when we come back, I want to talk about this a little bit more. Because I want to know, let me forget. You got Ed Burke is the only thing that the mayor cares about in this map, apparently. She wants to make sure that he can't win again. Don't know if she can do that. And then I want you to see the other components that they are trying to throw into this race to sort of trick us. It's a weird situation. Remember, in politics, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. I'm going to talk to you about when you read the story in the paper, and I want y'all to be, you all really need to read the different stories. You need to read the Sun-Times story, and you need to read the Tribune story. Right now, the Sun-Times is writing the salacious, get it fired up, and talking about race and all of those good stuff. And the Sun-Times and the Tribune is giving you kind of like facts. So you got the sensational side of the story, the behind the scenes, quote unquote, but really from the perspective of the Latinos. And then you got the Tribune. But I want to talk about another dynamic that I saw come out of this story. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up! So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talk about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
The skin I'm in fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. You feel every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so it's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear. Justice what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendos. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain and keep reaching. I'm painting this picture. I hope you see it. Guess what the theme is? I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Well, how about you to sing these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can grow to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated, mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Super melanation, renovation of our databases. Gotta fix the trinity to make it past the matrix. There's a rabbit in the hole. Your decision, you gon' chase it or just shut up for complacency. Here's your motivation. Black power in your veins. Up to us to build a nation. European mental detox. Completely we erase it. Cause you can't keep fighting over old information. Probably bring it right back if you love being black. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. I do this for my people all across the map. Even for the ones who don't identify with being black. Hebrews the best elixir. Go ahead and try your best. It's truth serum.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the rule in the building. Riis, open up them phone lines because I need to talk to y'all. I need y'all to help me understand because I feel like I might be going too deep in this. Maybe I'm just doing too much for you. Can I say something though? I want to send a shout out to Twitch. To the people. We got 5 people watching on Twitch right now. So I want to say what's up to another TV viewer. D-Lot-X. Capsy 06, Knucklehead, Mike Chicago 58, and Socio Clubberville. Shout out to the people that are on Twitch. Hey, Twitchers. I know I'm old man, dog, but I need y'all to come on and share the broadcast. Tell the other Twitchers, come check out the Maze Jackson Show. Turn on them PlayStations. Tune in, watch us. One of these days, I'm going to have a gamer day. We're going to be on there, pew, 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 pew. But I can't play them video games like that. Hey, man, when it stopped being 3 buttons on Madden, I was done. When they started adding the triggers plus the 4 things up there, I was done. So, Twitchers, what up? What up, what up, what up? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, too. YouTube, y'all cracking. Can y'all take a moment and share the broadcast? Everybody take a moment and share the broadcast. Riis. So let me take another step and crack at this. We in the remap. The Latino Caucus, in my estimation, has determined that they can take, that the Black Caucus and the Black Caucus and community is so uninformed that they believe they can take us. Now, I don't think that they can take us if we all in it, but I do believe they can take it because of our frustration. And here's my challenge, right? It's borderline offensive. Okay, let me back up, because I'm not offended. That's why I would say borderline. That when Michelle Harris, and I'm not caping for the alderman, but there is a way of doing things that has been done in city council with these maps, and you may not like it, but they have always honored it until it was someone black. Now, I also got to tell you, this goes to my point of power. And you know how we kind of, right now, Gilbert Villegas is the swordsman for the Latino Caucus, and we don't necessarily have a swordsman in our camp. Now, I want to point out something else that I saw in the Chicago Sun-Times, because one of the other tactics that the Latino Caucus is now trying to utilize is the fact that the Black Caucus has hired Mike Casper. Now, if you all know, Mike Casper was one of the top, he is and remains one of the top political attorneys and political minds in Illinois. He was a top general in the Madigan Army. But what has happened is those generals in the Madigan Army, when the Madigan Army started to get disbanded, had to figure out how to survive. The ones that aren't indicted, the ones aren't going to get in trouble. And let's say that for all intents and purposes, we've not heard anything that is going to get Mike Casper in trouble. But one of the things that I saw was that the Latino Caucus was making him an issue in this debate. Now, I got to make sure that you all are clear about a few things. One, we are, if there are two papers that we're going to read, we know that the Sun-Times is the black paper, right? We also know that we all have spent, every paper has spent the last 4 years banging Mike Madigan. Here at WIIFTBP Media, we have spent my entire career banging Mike Madigan and making the racial argument about the green team. So what you see now happening in the media is they are trying to leverage Mike Madigan, the Mike Madigan-ness of Mike Casper against the Black Caucus with black people. Hear me again. The Latino Caucus currently is leveraging our disdain for the Madigan organization against the Black Caucus to help us continue to undermine the Black Caucus. Now, y'all gotta be good here, because you think of the Black Caucus as it is now. I would say I look at the Black Caucus as what it is now, what it could be, what could be the potential. But driving the argument behind the scenes for the Latino Caucus is another former Madigan in Victor Reyes. So understand, hey Riis, imagine if we was all in the same team at one point. Like we all was getting money together and then Chief go away and now we both was on the same squad, but now I'm saying he was such and such. Well, dude, you was too. All y'all got money together, and now you're trying to take the pain that the anger that we have and use it against us while not admitting the fact that, man, you negotiated the last thing and have been in charge of the theft of resources from black folks for the last 20 years. This is the same. So the same dude that put together HDO, that his job was to strip our power, is now driving force behind the strategy to the Latino Caucus. Because what does he know? He knows that the Black Caucus, if done right, can be splintered. They made it a profession. And the part that's driving me nuts is it puts the regular black folks like us that are frustrated in this conundrum. Because I do not, as we was talking about this thing that was happening and these racial dynamics that were happening with the Black Caucus, I was torn to even have this conversation with you. Because if it's almost like all the people let's say that both okay, can I tell y'all about my challenge here? My challenge here is that I see crazy racial stuff going on. I see the race card being played by Latinos for themselves and against us. I also find myself in a position where I am defending the same people who will watch me die on the vine any other time. So now here I find myself being in a situation where I believe that there is they are lining up because they believe they can take us. See, I think the Latino Caucus knows the dissension between the black community, black elected officials, and our apathy towards this process. And I think that they're smart enough to recognize that if they can bombard us and blast us before they even mount a defense, before we black folks even recognize that we were getting our heads knocked in, because we still mad at our elected officials, which I am not trying to negate. But I feel like they're lining up to take our lunch. And I'll be honest with you. I really don't think that the Latino Caucus the Latino voting populace can beat the black voting populace in Chicago. I don't. I think even with all of the math and all of the numbers, and this is part of why when we understand that a lot of the Latino power is based not on voters, but on undocumented immigrants. So now they are leveraging the fact that we count all of that into the process, but they want to make their wards not competitive. So where you need to just be plus 50%, they want to be plus 65% and make it almost impossible. They want to take black people out of black wards and spread them and sprinkle them around in Latino wards so that they cannot mobilize and create enough power to elect their own aldermen. And so now I'm in this conundrum where once again I'm forced to defend our space. Now, my premise here, though, is that could be a two-step process. We let them know y'all can't whoop us. Like, I am confident that if there was a vote battle, if you put the black votes against the Latino votes anywhere, we're winning. But right now, they've got to exploit our disconnect. Remember when I was talking about all of us getting together and we were saying, like, they're exploiting our disconnect right now. And they have the best people in it. Now, can I go backwards? This isn't personal, y'all. It's not. It is tactics. It is strategy. It is all of the things that make this war. Unfortunately, we don't have all of our divisions to prepare ourselves for the war. So what they want to do is take out your political space, and then it undercuts your ability to do everything else. Like, I had people saying, man, you see what they doing to our rules committee chairman? And I'd be like, man, remember when y'all said y'all voted to remove Citizen? And I could tick a whole list of things off. The problem is that if we try to punish them, we lose. See, we don't want the full responsibility of this. And this is a two-step process. This is a process of protecting our interests from an outside threat. And then saying, what are we going to do in the next election cycle? But as we're fighting right now, they can't get ahead of us on this. Give me a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. I just, I feel like we are missing, we're going to be in a situation where our lunch is gone. And it's just amazing to me to read these stories in the paper where they like, well, Mike Casper worked for Mike Madigan. Well, come on, y'all. Who didn't? And it's like, if you got the top, hey, Riis, when the top draft pick becomes available, right? Been kicking your butt for the last 20 years. His team goes out of business and now you need a new team. Do you hire him? He been getting 30 and 10 on you every game for his whole entire life. He's still in his prime. You about to go to war. The other side just picked up Karl Malone. Because Karl Malone was a free agent too. Do you take Dennis Rodman? Do you put Dennis Rodman on the team and you say, look, I know you was a Detroit Piston. I know you bust my head. But we could do some things around here. Because right now, they went over there and picked up our Karl Malone at power forward. They trying to make a super team. Riis, how we play this, man? Because what's so crazy to me though is that they know, like here's how they play it. They know that if you add the Madigan component of it to the black folk side, we gonna be kind of like, let's go to the live line. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up?
Israel, hallelujah, shalom.
What's up, Israel? Hey, man, around here, I ran into one of your Israel brothers yesterday, man, down at the cut. I tried to do my thing. I tried to make it happen, man.
Yeah, let's do it. We got to do it, and that's what I'm calling in for. It's in the Bible, man. The Creator, we not listening, so He gonna put us in some drastic situations. So I would say throw the baby out with the bathwater, because I can't think of no black politician across this country that's helping our people. So that's gonna force us all together. You say you want the streets, the church, and everybody together. So this gonna happen now.
Well, let me say this, Bob.
Israel, that's my thing.
My bad, Israel. So here go my thing though. My thing is, we can throw the babies out next year if we really want to do that, and still have the bathwater. And that's really what I'm trying to help us understand, right? See, I see this as a two-pronged thing, right? Like the Black Caucus has not been in line with us, but I don't want to see our numbers go down, because what if, Bob, just like in Atlanta, there's a sweep and a whole new wave of people comes in, right, of black folks, and now we're intentional about it, and we use this war to organize, right, and be ready for the aldermanics. I just don't know that we give up space, time. I don't know that you give up land because you mad at the person that's occupying the land. You move the person off the land, but you keep the land.
I'm gonna take your advice. I just left Atlanta. It's fast. I'll try to help one of his people down there if they go. But I'm saying, these people, I'm sick and tired of these black elected officials letting you and Todd show this down the vine, like you say. I just want to teach them a lesson, let alone how they teaching us and so-called guys in the streets. And the people ain't doing nothing for us.
Man, Riis. I mean,
nothing.
Man, Bob.
Nothing. Nothing, man. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Nothing.
Shalom. I'm here. I'm part of your lead. We gonna follow you. I'm behind you, but man, F them people, man.
All right, I'm on it. Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom, my brother. Israel said he ain't going. He tired. More calls? It's the Mace Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. Caller?
Hello, am I on?
You are.
Hello?
Yes, sure.
Yes, good morning, man. You got a good show, but man, I got to give y'all some criticism. Didn't the Black Caucus and Lori Lightfoot told Trump to leave my damn illegal immigrants alone? And with Biden, they want to get illegal immigrants' kids money, $450,000. Now, since their jobs are spread, it's time for me to put on my dashiki and do the Black Power salute again, while they kissed and hugged on the illegal immigrants. Now that they illegal immigrants, rather you bite them in the butt. I'm supposed to put my Black Power garb on and forget about everything, huh? I hope the Latinos tie their worthless butt up, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean,
Thanks for hearing me.
I appreciate you. I mean, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I feel the same way in some instances, but I feel like you got this whole new generation of black folks that are young politicians that are going to be on the come up. They got to understand this is a lesson. Like, yo, black and brown, y'all running around here clicked up, and it's like they ain't nobody. Where your coalition at now? Where they standing up at now? When we finally are in the space, they won't even respect the space you got. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show?
Hey, good morning, Maze.
Good morning.
Just a question. The Hispanics say they have the numbers, but are those numbers based off of being actual documented citizens?
No, their numbers are, so the numbers that they're basing it on, which I think is very important, is based on the population, the people there, not their citizenship, not their ability to vote. And that's part of the reason that the Latinos are having kind of this paper fight. Alderman Brookins talked about it when he said, yeah, you can have the number, but can you actually defend it? Because most of the people, if you look at the voting numbers, Latinos do not vote at the same level as black folks because a lot of this influx is due to undocumented immigrancy. I want to say thank you to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. You can continue this conversation with us. We are still on live on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Caller, you can finish your question if you had something. Or is he gone? All right. This is the Mace Jackson Show. Riis, I'm supposed to have a guest. Crystal Pinckney. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Caller, are you there?
Byron. Hey, man. I gave up on you a little bit, man. But on this case here, I about the aldermen, the state reps, and everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta take the American guy. We got to take him and try to preserve whatever little we got left. Take him as soon as possible, and go and work with him to get what we need for all the people in general, as opposed to worry about the aldermen and they're being reelected right now. That's a different story. Let's get a win right now for the people. You know how I feel about the aldermen, right? You know how I feel about the aldermen and the state reps, because they're useless. But we got to get a win for the people, and we got to look for the tribe. The tribe is our black folks. And see, if we had did the same thing with Trump, we could have been in a better position. But we want to nickel and dime nonsense. It's supposed to look at the whole tribe and how we can better our people. We got to better our people. So I'm with you on this one here. So I know I don't want to hold you since other people are calling, but that's my comment. And by the way, I want to say one thing about your revelation yesterday about the fighter jet pilot.
Mm-hmm.
China is surrounding us, about to take us over. In Africa, they're giving these loans that they can't pay back and taking their property, like airports and all that kind of stuff. You saw they just took the airport
from Uganda, right? That's real.
Right, but now they're trying to get taken one from Nigeria now. Nigeria is defaulting on their debt. Even in the Caribbean, where I'm from, they're giving all this money. They have in Jamaica, they have a highway called Beijing Highway. They brought in Chinese to build a damn highway. They didn't use the Jamaicans to build it. These people are all around us in Venezuela looking to eat our lunch, and we worried about racism. They're about to kill us. I'm telling you, China is nothing to play with. But that's off the subject. Again, I agree with you this morning. Keep hope alive and tell Riis he's doing a great job.
Riis done stole Byron. That's all right. It's all good, man. Byron, we still love you, man. We appreciate you calling in, man. We're going to have to get you in the studio one of these days. We're going to have you sit in and we're going to have him do the headlines and go through the whole show with us and get his opinion. All right, Byron, it's the Maze Jackson Show. DJ Riis the Ruler. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we should be talking to Crystal Pinckney. I'm going to be looking to call. Hopefully she'll be coming in through a switcher studio. If not, we'll talk to her on the phone. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
What's up, everybody? It's the green side of things. This your man Sadiq
and Cassiopeia,
and we need you to like,
comment,
and share. We need you to do it right now and join us at our new day and time, Wednesdays
from 1 to 3 p.m.
on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:04 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area's traffic and weather report. The traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 34 minutes outbound to O'Hare, 23 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange, 45 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, 30. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is now 46 minutes. Back out to Thorndale is still 31. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is now 54 minutes. Outbound will be 36. On the Bishop Ford is 38 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, and from to I-80 back will be 28 minutes. On the Dan Ryan is 22 minutes to the Loop, 14 minutes back out to 95th. or on DuSable, Lakeshore Drive, South 55th to Jackson is 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8. Bryn Mawr to Randolph, 10 minutes. Today's weather, it is currently 45 degrees and drizzling. Today will be a high of 48 with a low of 37. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's Loch Ness with Terrorism here on The Maze Jackson Show.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served, that makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. What's funny, man?
Hey, I got a question. Do you be looking for the plane sound at the end or something? Because, like, sometimes you be looking. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Because you know you be looking sometimes. I be like...
I don't, but I do like it. You know what I'm saying? I like when it goes... shh. You know, and then the part when it go... man, we took a flight, right? Yeah. I used to be like... shh. One of these days, we're going to get that Maze Sonya Kismet. Sonya be like, this goes with this. This the words for this. She'd be like, ooh, let me put this right.
Oh, yeah, I see she got a million things in here.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, boy,
Sonya
was like Kismet. She'd be like, sometimes Sonya would be ahead of me. I'd be like, wait, what? Oh, damn, I see how you did that right there. That's all right, Riis. One day, you're going to be that, man. We like on TV and stuff, you're going to be like, and I'm going to be like, see, perfect practice make perfect. We gonna be large one day. Be large. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I am so coming up. I don't know if you all have heard about the city of Chicago is planning to pass an ordinance, or is looking at passing an ordinance that would cap the fees that drivers can make on Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, delivering food, and I don't know if that's fair. So they reached out to me maybe earlier this year and said that they wanted to build a relationship. And so we're going to be talking to Crystal Pinckney a little bit later. Plus, Big Stu and E-Money will be here with the Money Sex Gen X podcast. They're coming to the network. We'll be talking to them as well. I guess part of the reason that I started this conversation earlier with saying that this is not personal. Like, one of the things that couple of my political mentors do. Like, one of the things that one of my closest friends says to me is, don't get even, get ahead. Don't get even, get ahead. And sometimes I think black people, not just black people, but let's just say us politically, we rather get even than get ahead. So, and I really don't call people out. I don't call people out, but I'm going to address, because I'm looking at Will Crosby in the comments, and I'm looking at Will saying, why would Michelle Harris hire Mike Madigan's top attorney, who has gerrymandered and has not been a friend of black people? We're not looking for friends. When you are in war, you need people that can kill. You need assassins. Mike Casper is a political assassin who has thwarted, who has beaten the opposition numerous times. It was a very shrewd move, quite frankly, because he's one of the best in the business. And at a different point in our lives, he would have never had the opportunity. We would have never even had the opportunity to hire him. Now, I'm not saying that from the standpoint like, oh God, we're the greatest. It's the greatest thing. But we're in the midst of a war. Riis, if you can buy a F-16, do you care if it came from Russia if it still fly? If it still can shoot and kill your enemies in the air? Now, you can do what you want to do with it once the fight is over. But let's be real, bro. There aren't very many black attorneys, probably intentionally, that even know how to handle this. Now, I do think we should have somebody training and learning and getting all the stuff. So I just think y'all need to, it's like, who's not an enemy of black people? Like, who are our allies? Who are you counting as our allies? I'll wait for that. Please tell me who the allies of black people are as we, again, go to war and y'all talking about put down, you know what? Go to war, it's a machine gun on the table, but y'all go buy revolvers. Okay. It's a tool. And I think you don't make tools, you don't have to have a personal relationship with a tool. Does that make sense? You use the tool for what it is. You got to dig a hole? Dig a hole. That's what you need a shovel for. It's the Maze Jackson Show. But look, I want to move on, y'all, because I got a special guest coming on the Maze Jackson Show. And we've been trying to coordinate this whole thing for a little while. She was like, you ain't send it. I was like, yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. And then I was like, you know how you be like, what's wrong with your computer? Then you go back and you look and you be like, oh, I forgot the LLC. Live with us today. Y'all been telling y'all. Here on the Maze Jackson Show, you hear her chuckling in the background. It is Miss Crystal Pinckney. Crystal, welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Like Tony the Tiger says. You better stop laughing at me, too. This is not funny. I'm not. Don't be making fun of me over there. I see you out there. So, look. Crystal, we have been engaged in a conversation here in Chicago. Let me back up. When Uber and Lyft first came to Chicago, there was a lot of pushback from institutions, but I have found that black people, both consumers and actual workers, have found a different type of freedom in being able to participate in an app-based economy. And one of the things that we see now that the city of Chicago is proposing is placing a cap on the amount of money that drivers can make, or people who work at delivery services or app-based services can make. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about your thoughts about that. And they're actually trying to make it more job-like. Tell me about what your thoughts are on that, first of all, and then tell me why did you drive Uber? Why do you drive Lyft?
So I've been doing this, and first, thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it. Issues like this definitely hit home for me because I've been doing this for about 7 years come March of 2022.
7 years?
7 years. So I started Lyft and Uber back in 2015. And, even then it was different, but you made so much money right off bat. Doing minimal hours. I had found so much flexibility with my time. It was wonderful. And it opened my eyes to more than just working in corporate America, which is my background. That's where I came from since 18. So I'm like, wow, all this freedom, this is great. I can pick my daughter up from school and drop her off. And my son then, he's grown now, but doing all of these different gig economy works, Instacart, Amazon Flex, Lyft, Uber, all of these things opened up new doors for people like myself who particularly are parents. Most gig workers are parents or people who don't necessarily want to find themselves working in the corporate America platform, being constricted to time because we want to do so much. I started doing this after being let go in corporate America, and I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm done. It was too stressful, and I found this just scrolling through Instagram back then and took a chance on it, and it's turned into 7 years later.
So let me ask a question. Talk to me about that, because I always thought that part of the premise of the gig economy was the fact that you were in control of your income. Talk to me about how this ordinance that the aldermen are proposing that would cap the amount of income you're able to make. How would that impact you?
It would cripple us. It would cripple me. Being a mom and an entrepreneur, putting a cap on what we can make what people don't understand is we front all of our own expenses and such. So I maintain everything myself, my maintenance, my car, my note, my insurance, all of that is paid for by me. So when people come in and they damage a car and, get it dirty and all these other things, I have to foot all of that. So if you cap what I can make, you're capping all of the things that I have to maintain and prepare for. And let's be honest, it's not like we make a lot out of it. We make enough, but if you cap it, that cripples us. It limits us. We're not W-2 wage earners. So we upfront everything. People don't understand that. We upfront gas prices and we upfront all of that, our gas, everything. And gas right now is expensive. So we're covering all of that, and you're capping us. You're essentially decreasing what we bring home. You're decreasing all of that.
Let me ask a question, because it almost seems un-American
It does.
for a government to say to a class of workers that you can only make this much, no matter how hard or how much you work. They're also talking about putting you on a schedule. How would that work? And it seems like, well, tell me about the thought of being scheduled or having to be on a schedule more in a more work-like environment. How would that impact you?
It's impossible. I just wouldn't do it. Being forced to work a set number of hours and having other rules in place simply it wouldn't work for not only just me, but other app-based workers that I know too. How am I going to be bound by a schedule when that's why I chose to do this, is because of time flexibility. As you just saw, I don't know if you saw her pop up in the background when I clicked in. I just dropped my daughter off at school. That doesn't work for me. If you're an entrepreneur and you're doing other things, not everybody just does this. We have to be realistic. Some people do this on the side. They do it part-time. So they do it when they can. If you're being forced to work a set number of hours, that takes away that flexibility to do this when you choose to. If I want to work right now, I can turn the app on and drive, make money. If I say, well, I got to go do some other things, I got appointments or doctor's appointments or interviews, I can turn it off and do what I need to do and then jump back on. So regulating all of this and making us actual employees, that defeats the purpose of why we even joined this in the first place. A lot of people have people that they take care of that are seniors, and they do other things in the community. They can't be forced to work at that time because they have other obligations, but we still need to make money at the same time. So we're always looking for an opportunity to earn an income while also, fulfilling our normal or typical responsibilities like kids, homework, family, spouse, entrepreneurship, or people who actually work that do this. Some people actually do have a job and still do this, or other gig work. Who say that we have to be bound to a set price on what we make? Why would you cap our earnings? Does anyone cap your earnings?
Well, it seems Let me ask a question, because I saw this come from an alderman who was upset that he was waiting in the rain during COVID, and he was upset that he got charged surge pricing because he was going from one steakhouse to a Gold Coast luxury location. And I think he was it seems as though, I don't know, it seems as though there's a racial component to this. I'm not going to throw you in this, but it does seem that people are now starting to feel like your car, that it's not a service, that they're owed this luxury. You can always take public transportation. You can always hire a car. You can always buy a car. But I think it's kind of crazy for someone to tell a person who is using their vehicle, you have the option to not take the vehicle. But I felt like it's kind of crazy for somebody to say, I feel like this person I had to pay too much in the rain for this convenience. Talk to me about some of the challenges you face as a Lyft driver and some of the challenges that you face in dealing and what it was like navigating COVID.
So, that's really interesting that you say that. I've been dealing with that since this started. COVID wasn't the only time that we've run into and engaged with passengers who feel as if this is a private car service versus a rideshare vehicle. And don't get me wrong, I take pride in my car. If you can see the background, my car is clean, it smells good, it stays that way because I just like my car to be that way, period, regardless of anyone else getting in. But it's a struggle on that end because I did encounter that. During COVID, we were encountering so much else. They need to be worried about the more important things, like us getting carjacked and robbed and people cheating the system, people, reporting our accounts just to get free rides. He's mad about something that was totally out of our control. Drivers at that time were scared. They were cautious. We have the same worries and concerns that everyone else has. So I'm sure it wasn't intentional that drivers just left him in the rain. The shortage was just very low across the board. This is for everything. The only thing that was really moving and making money was delivery service, food, groceries, etc., because people were in home. They were supposed to be at home. And then as things opened up, drivers were encountering being carjacked and robbed. And so they stopped. If you have an opportunity to stop and sit down and be safe, people were jumping on that because who wants to go out here and risk our life while we're taking you in the rain because you're going from a steakhouse to a luxury apartment, then we're picking up someone else who's now robbing us and stealing our car. Who's going to pay for that? Us. We're responsible for that. So I think the priorities and things that they have on their mind, they need to be focused on things that are more important, like trying to regulate our hours. This is gig economy work. It's supposed to be flexible. If you have questions about it, just ask. How about you be a driver for a day? See what we go through. Don't just look at it from one way because you're looking at it as from a spoiled standpoint. I'm going to say it that way.
Say it.
You're not looking at it from a realistic standpoint that maybe it was just busy and you're charged surge pricing because it's in the rain. Guess what? I've had so many accidents doing this. Not on me, but we're always at risk.
What's your driver rating? Shoot, you making me nervous. No, just play. That's why Salim told you to pull over. He said, don't you be driving and doing this interview. Are you parked?
Yes, I'm absolutely parked.
All right, I'm just making sure, man, because I've been in I've been in Lyfts where when you riding in the Lyft driver be talking, they be working their other job where they taking credit card payments and all type of stuff. I be like, could you give me that? Now some of our brothers and sisters like to multitask from the other places, but we gonna let that be. Now, let me tell you what, if you could tell, I'm tripping. Crystal, if you could tell the elected officials or the people that are tuned in your perspective on them capping your ability to make money, what would you tell them?
It's my hope that our political leaders across the board, that they can find ways to increase more options for us as flexible workers. Come up with different ways outside of capping things, outside of limiting us. I don't like limits. You should never impose limits on anyone, especially when they're making money. I think that's very selfish. Stop making it harder for us to access flexible work. It's very limiting right now the things that people want to do and can do and have the ability to do. And this opens up so many doors for people to make money, for people to provide for their families and themselves, for them to jumpstart their businesses and, focus on their dreams. No one caps their dreams, so why are they capping anyone else's?
Oh, I like how you did that. No one capped their dreams. You need to tell them they need to hire you. They need to put you on the messaging team. No one caps your dreams. No one capped theirs. Why you capping mine?
Why would you do that? If I'm being able to sustain and do things that I've always wanted to do and allow for my children to do things that they want to do, why would you make it harder for us? Everyone wants to make things harder when they don't understand them. We had a discussion with Secretary Walsh a few months ago, and we were able to open his eyes to our side of the fence, because he had no idea how this all worked. And drivers from all across the board came together, which means all across the country came together, and we talked to him and sat down with him and explained to him how much this means to us, how important what we do is. And even his eyes were opened. At the end of the day, he had to take a step back, and he's like, wow, I had no idea. So instead of just looking at it from a superficial standpoint, they need to just dig a little deeper and talk to us, have conversations with us. You're making rules and ordinations and ordinances, and you're not speaking to the people that is going to affect. So that's critical. How do we do that? We're only a phone call away if you really want to know.
I don't think they really want to know. I think he was offended. Let me tell you what I think happened. Y'all want me to tell you what I really think happened? What I really think happened was dude was leaving the steakhouse, and he did take the ride because he got the money to take the ride. But then when he paid the difference, he was upset that he was like, how come I got to pay this? Back in the day, we could have just had you take us with no cost, and we could have inconvenienced you. It just stunk of privilege. Like, how dare these people who are putting their risk at life because I see you as not my peer. I see you as a servant. So I don't feel like I should have to pay you to go here, even though you could have walked, my dude. You could have walked. You could have took the transportation. You could have jogged. You could have done everything. You chose to use this service. And I would say that the gig economy has freed so many of our people, black people specifically, from having to be chained to a desk. Even if things don't go right, there's still a way to make sure that you can make a way. Crystal, I'm glad you came on. I'm telling you, you better tell them to put you on the messaging team. You better call that Alex up and say, hey, Alex, you see I got some messaging. She should hire you, right? To put you on the messaging team, too. Hey, Crystal, I appreciate you coming in today, zooming in. We probably be talking to you soon because you are a great representative for the industry, and I'll talk to you again in the future. Cool?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And drop them babies off. Keep them babies out the street. I know you drop them off curb to curb. You ain't one of them drivers that be pulling up across the street and be like, you ain't gonna cross? Okay. Because I be hating when they do that. You pull up, they pull up across the street, and then they be looking at you. You be looking at them like, turn around. They be like, no, you could. Okay. That's why when y'all. Go ahead.
Now look.
Go ahead.
On that,
okay,
you got to be courteous and know that we're not trying to get tickets, trying to pick nobody up because you're not going to pay that ticket, okay?
That's why you got to go up, turn left, come back around. Be on the right side of the street. Because y'all know when that thing, because they put it up there, I always hit the tip button. Don't make me be like, no thanks. You better bust that bug around and turn it around. All right. Hey, Crystal, it was great talking to you. You over there laughing like it's something funny. You better be tuned into the Mace Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday. And when them people get in the car, you be like, you listen to that Mace Jackson. He crazy to the mug in the morning. I appreciate you being here with us today.
Got you. You got it. I'm listening every day. You got me.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Crystal, and we'll talk to you next time.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. I thought Money, Sex, and Gen X was going to be here. You know how black people do. See? Give them a shot. Give them a rope. How y'all going to be late? It's okay. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
Stars were born to fly. I've been searching, crowding, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths. Far from you, in my space, in a stellar mood. Yeah, I finally got my mind right again. Did it all in spite of the hate. Every time they said that I can't. Nebula, they run through my veins. Every molecule in the trance. Senses feeling some kind of strange. Damn, I think my name's Spider-Man. Jump out the window and swing for the dreams that just might be. Never gonna let go, no. To the man in the mirror look like me. Drifting through the cosmos, oh, far away from your lies. I realigned all my goals. That's a constellation of mine, yeah. I've been searching, crawling, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths, far from you, in my space, in a stellar mode.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler. We thought we was gonna be talking to Money, Sex, and Gen X.
I was kind of ready too. I wanted to see what they was gonna be about. You know?
Scared. They probably scared. They like, ooh, big numbers. That's probably what happened. They synced the numbers. They was like, oh, damn it.
That's what you be thinking?
I do. I gotta make myself feel good.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all be looking up. Y'all be like, damn.
They good. They good. They good.
It's all good. Nah, that's my man. Big Stu ain't never been scared. Big Stu, E-Money, Money, Sex, and Gen X. I had a great conversation with them this weekend, and I thought, great opportunity. You know, sometimes we're a little dark or a little gloom and doomy, except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays, y'all be all over the place. I thought we could add some little inspiration. Then I talked to, shout out to Yvonne Davila and her daughter. She got a podcast called Dating While Black. I was like, that sounds like something we should add up here with all y'all single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh, put your hands up. Oh, that's the greatest video ever. Beyonce was rock. Oh, my bad. I'm not. I was having a Kanye moment. This the Mace Jackson Show, though. Riis. It is also Tell Me Something Good Friday. Riis, it has been a busy week. I had dinners every night this week. I'm so glad tonight that I do not have to go out to dinner. I like tonight, I think I just want to just sit in the chair.
Do these be like meetings that you be like going to? They just be like, you going, that's dope.
Yeah, no, so usually when you're going to close a deal, right, or you're introducing a new deal, you go to the dinner, right? So if you got somebody you're trying to impress halfway or trying to get them, you go to dinner. You closing a deal, you go to dinner, right? And so it's been some grand opening, grand closing. I'm going to tell you, it's been a very productive week. Got my first managers meeting today over at Parlor.
See, look, I'm with you. See that?
Introduction. They looking like, oh, damn.
Job,
you think I should wear like a What's in it for the Black People hoodie?
Of course.
Nah.
I don't see, first of all, I don't see why that's offensive. Like,
it's not.
Right, but no. People be like, I can't get that and wear to my job. Like, I don't know.
That's why we got WIIFTBP too.
I don't know. No, I'm definitely, like, I don't know if it's just me, but that's I wear it I don't care where I'm going. If I'm going to a KKK meeting, I'm putting that hoodie on.
Well, I feel like the hoodie is such a bold statement. It's not that bold, but it is. And I think we're so unaccustomed to advocating for ourselves that it's kind of like, it's like when black people say black and they whisper. And it's sort of like this whole thing with the Latinos, right? Like they done tricked us into being even scared to say ourselves out loud, and they calling you the black. They took the city joint and blacked it. Because they know that we're scared of saying black, and they know that they can put a stigma on black. Then we get, I don't typically do this, but I'm about to do this Will Crosby thing just because I feel like I need to do it. So first of all, I don't understand why anyone comes to the Mace Jackson Show that does, like, unless you come in calling to get material to be a hater. If you don't mess with me, don't come. I have always been honest about how I got to where I am. Never told you that I did not participate, worked with everybody on the Democratic side of things until I found the light. And I look at this Will Crosby who's in my comments, and he's like, Mace Jackson worked for Mike Madigan, and Mike Casper's an enemy of black people, and it's the same old 60-year Negroes who figure out how to be divisive. Now, we done sat up here on this show and talked about the state of affairs of black folks, and your goal is to divide. Brother, you ain't built nothing. I applaud what you did 25, 30 years ago. But since I have ever seen you, all you do is divide black people, talking about 20 years ago, look where y'all got us. Look at where we at right now. How's it worked out for you? How has that's why I was talking about yesterday. We so hell-bent on telling everybody why they can't be somewhere, and ain't nobody righteous. All y'all done took some money from somebody. Some kind of way, when it makes sense to you. You justify yourself. Everybody can tell you why what you did is wrong, but can't never see what they did. And I'm saying everybody come in the door. But it's like we got these old Negroes that are 70 years old in a 45, 30-year-old conversation talking about what this Negro ain't, and I ain't. And what you standing on? I'll give you your 20 years ago. I will give you all the respect in the world. But don't come over here Talk about he used to work. You think you telling somebody something new? How you think we got this conversation going? Cause y'all been standing outside, don't even know how you been getting screwed over. Don't even know how you been getting screwed over, and so you ain't never been in the room to know how they doing it, and they keep Negroes like you to keep us divided. We getting ran. That map isn't good because why? Because you're brother. Your time has passed. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to say, I'm going to look at you. And I really hate when people make me do this. But I'm going to look at you. And I'm going to say, how did it work out? It's like we celebrate our lack. Bro, nobody's gonna follow you. Because they look at you and they say, damn, is this what it got me? Let's be clear, y'all are the people that decided that y'all was gonna call black people Uncle Toms, and y'all ran Eugene Sawyer out. Because some white people tricked you using some other, he with the black people, he with the white people, and we ain't been back since. And now you go back and you ask all them same Negroes that y'all was with, and they say, they got us. They got us. We've been outside, ain't had nobody in. The same people running the same plays on the same playbook. And we got HDO. Y'all didn't stop no assault on the black community. None. Not one. Now you hear this morning? Talking about what happened 10, 20 years ago that I've been 100% honest. You come up in here talking about what happened. Y'all failed us. We're here because of you. What have you built? Who have you helped? What is your legacy? What your legacy is, you're an old dude standing around talking crap, talking about what somebody else ain't did because you couldn't do it. Running an old playbook about some old master man who did something. Man, bro, what you got? Put it on the table. Who have you helped? You can walk around with your crumpled up papers, grizzly beard, walking around talking about, We passed that, bro. Hey, soldier, you can have your time, and we'll give you your respect. But don't come over here, because when we look at it and we do the math, you failed. You failed. We're at this point right now because did you stop anybody black? Did your policies, did those ideas, did everything you talk about, did it keep anybody here? You know why ain't nobody with you? You know why it didn't happen? Because y'all niggas was so busy telling people why they can't be down instead of welcoming them. That's why I don't even mess with the whole activist thing. Niggas more intent on tearing down black people, trying to prove, have what's the metric? What you putting your name on, brother? Point to the people that know, that can say you helped me. Not who you came to the meeting with. Not who y'all sat around and plotted conspiracy theories and said, this dude ain't gonna be. Tell me what you did. Show me. Talking about some Mike Madigan. Mike Madigan is off the board, fool. That's what we talking about. Old nigga tell you to leave a sword on the ground while everybody else picking up weapons. You leave it on the ground. I'm going to die for pride. Leading our people straight off a cliff. That's what half the reason. Because ain't nobody political listening to you. And your idealism and not even recognizing when you are the tactic, fool. You are. Because in our hearts and minds, our goal would be to respect our elders. And so I let you sit up in my house and talk crazy all damn day out of respect for your quote unquote who you supposed to be. But you steady, you can't even let well enough go when the people say, bro, we don't want to hear that. My nigga, you are the reason. And I'm sorry to use the word, but you are. You look at them people, they tricked y'all. They tricked y'all out of Eugene Sawyer on your own stupid light-skinned, dark-skinned bias. Chief Judge is chilling with the same people. Y'all put him there. I didn't. I was in Bolingbrook, right? So in the midst of all of the madness, y'all set up the system because y'all was doing the same nigga stuff y'all doing right now. That nigga over there, he ain't crip. Y'all got me confused. Get up all day, 70-some years old, come into a conversation to be a curmudgeon. To come up in here and be like, oh, I'm not going to let these niggas assemble. Uncle Ruckus, a reverse Uncle Ruckus. Pretending to be black, but is the sower of dissension. The great deceivers. They come in, they sit in your meeting, and they be the ones disrupting. Sowing the seeds of doubt, telling you what can't be done. With no examples of when have you won? Ain't no, after Harold Washington, what you won, family? I'll wait. I'm waiting. Who you save? Who you help? I be laughing at all these punks be talking crazy, talking pontificating. Ain't employed nobody. You ain't cut a check to nobody. You ain't help feed nobody. You ain't put no money in nobody's pocket to even be able to talk. You can't even talk about being active when you can't eat. Got me confused out here, homie. That's why I don't lie to the people. That's why they know. You think you coming over here telling somebody, oh, Maze, like, my dude, how many years am I going to have to go through this? Every year, some Negro that think they going, I'm going to expose Maze. You don't see me delete nothing from my Facebook page. Nothing. Because I am who I am and I'm going to stand on it. I ain't telling nobody that, but I'm going to be unabashed about my advocacy for black people. Killing me, man. It's people out here doing stuff every day. Oh, man, you better go find you somebody to help. Then you wonder why don't nobody respect the elders. Because you coming up in here being disrespectful. Sitting up here all week watching you talk crazy. Sitting up here talking crazy. We trying to get something together. Hey, Mike Madigan. Nigga, you brought Mike Madigan to the table, not us. You out here disseminate, breaking us up over Mike Madigan. Cause what you gonna do? You helping us now? He's a hypocrite. No, nigga, a hypocrite would be like, I never did it. I be laughing at these so-called political experts who ain't never won an election, who always got a candidate and get ran by the same people. You see that? How many of these activist candidates have ever won an election? You know what? Because they laugh at you. I used to laugh at y'all. Now I empathize. I wish I would put a candidate up. They sit up and be like, let these... He whooped you because you don't know the rules, fool. Because you talk about politics, but you ain't never practiced it. What y'all did with Harold Washington, that was a great thing. But y'all science stopped right there. They studied y'all and said, how can we make sure that this never happens again? Who chose? Who's the people who chose Tim Evans over Gene Sawyer, over the same dumb stuff? Gene Sawyer, he Uncle Mumbles, he with the white people. Gene Sawyer made more black millionaires than Harold Washington. Y'all look back and now y'all say, oh, we blew it. Now you bringing that same dumb stuff over here again? You know, that's why this fool think he could whoop us again. That's why because they know that I told you, it's all, you trying to get out the door to go to the fight and you getting stabbed in the back by the same Negroes you trying to protect. I did not mean to go down this path on a Tell Me Something Good Friday. But I hope that was good for your ears. And nah, don't block them. You keep them up there. You want to keep on coming? Snaggle too fast. Coming up to disrupt. What you putting in, brother? Besides some crumpled pieces of paper with grease on them from 20 years ago. We on email now. I'm glad you learned social media. My brother, let me be clear. Since you decided you're the failure. You are the basis of why we are where we are. You've been here for this whole time. Y'all was the leaders. Y'all was at the top of it. Y'all talk about what y'all did. What did you do since Harold Washington, my friend? You got played and you mad and you stayed played. So you decided that instead of moving the ball forward, you just gonna walk around and just be played. Move around. I be getting tired of trying to be respectful for these people, and they feel like they take your try to be respect and try to give them elder status and feel like they could just talk and do anything. Say anything. Just because you got locks don't make you conscious. The devil is colorblind. And so often they send a black devil to disrupt our progress. Oh man, don't play me no more. You got a whole Facebook page. You got a whole Facebook, whatever you got, with 6 followers. Go talk to them. Do not come over in my church disrespecting. I'm saying, what you got, bro? Point to it. Point to your wins. Point to something you did since Harold Washington. Oh, my bad. Sensitive? A little bit? You should be. We all sensitive. Come over here talking crazy. Talking about somebody a hypocrite. Hypocrite is what you did, all this smack you talking with no outcomes. 0. You ain't helped. Ain't even in a position to help nobody. Oh, put the phone on. Turn the phone on, Riis. Turn the phone on. Is somebody on the line? He on the phone? Put him on the phone. You got the open line. Come on, call in. Is somebody on the line, Riis? Because I'll keep the line open. The line pop 872-259-7474. Come on, call in, Brother Crosby. Whatever you got. Come on. 872-259-7474. Because I'm about tired of you, bro. Tired of these old 75-year-old people who have no... And what's so crazy is I give you your respect. And then you come to my joint talking crazy. 872-259. You want me to put it on the screen? It's on the screen. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. This is Tell Me Something Good Friday, Riis. I got something good to tell you too, brother. So come on with it. Anyway, Riis is Tell Me Something Good Friday. I'm going to Blew me, man. Blew me. It's like, no, dog, because I be seeing these old, you know how you be seeing people and you know they be talking smack and you be trying to be like respectful? And it's just like they won't let you be respectful. And the longer you be quiet, then the more they just feel like they, like you really came to my broadcast to talk crazy. 872-259-7474. Phone ring. It's on the screen. Y'all, I don't have these tirades like this. I really tried to move away from it. And really, I can't even see all the comments. But it was coming up so much. I just feel like, golly. It's like what? It's rules to the game, bro. Remember, shout out to the Chicago Bears who called yesterday to try and do something to help the Wolfpack. Shout out to my man Tony Medlin over at the Bears who tunes in to us regularly and heard us talking about it and said and got the NFL involved. That's what we do. See that, old man? He ain't blocked. Tennille, don't block nobody. Leave it open. Talk. Riis, the phone line is open. 872-259-7474. Now, tell me something good Friday. Riis, my son started a 360 photo booth business. Y'all check him out. Also, we going to the game, Riis. You know, this is what they call this, the Red Line Classic. It's DePaul versus, what is it? It's DePaul versus Loyola. Shout out to Vince Bass, Mark Aguirre, and Anthony Jackson. Courtside. Jacksons. Doing our thug thistle. Also, let me do this real quick. Hold on, I got a text. Dr. Audrey. Hold on. All right. Dr. Audrey is part of a documentary that is coming out this week. I'm already scheduled, but I want y'all to check this out. It's a new documentary called We Witness, a documentary film featuring West Garfield Park on WTTW. Have you seen the mural at 4333 West Madison? Do we agree that there is a problem with the lack of resources in this disinvested communities? This 60-minute film uses data interviews to explore the issues and disparities among our communities. Now, you can watch this on WTTW. Wait a minute. Oh, it's a live screening. So y'all can get y'all tickets. Go to citybricksproject.org. They're going to have a live screening at the Chicago History Museum tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So y'all check that out. Riis, I really don't want to have no problems with nobody. But it's like, leave me alone. Dog, it's a whole universe for you to go mess around in. Why you got to come to my space? I don't care, though, because you know I will make you famous. You want to be famous? Oh, I'll make you famous. Y'all know that? Y'all remember that movie? Riis, you'll know about that. You know that line? I'll make you famous. You got to watch The Young Guns, bro. You got to watch The Young Guns. That dude, if he said, I can make you famous, you know what that meant? He was going to put you on a poster. Right? That meant you was dead. Alive. It is the Maze Jackson Show. Be in every newspaper. All right, Riis, you got anything for Tell Me Something Good, man? You better tell me something good, dog.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Tomorrow's December 4th. It's Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Founders Day. So, you know, hey, man, without them, it'll be no other. We the first. So, that's what I got, man. Tell you something.
He lying. He ain't. Riis, is the phone line on?
It's nobody calling him, man. Listen, it's nobody calling it. Okay? He can type on that screen a million times. He call, okay? You know, it's right here.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. The line is open.
Wow.
Okay, look, let's do this. Riis, we're going to talk for like another 60 seconds. You got 60 seconds for the phone to ring. We'll take your call. Please call in. You got something you want to say? We want the smoke. Fill in some of them gaps in that mouth, though.
You know what, man? It's Friday, man. You know what I learned, man? And that's what we were talking about, deference. It's okay. It's cool, man. I always talking, man. Let them talk long as they ain't snitching. So if he come on here, man, he talking and everything, man, like I'm trying to tell you, man, if somebody wake up at 6, between the hours of 6 to 9 and it ain't to do nothing but just come in here, man, we accept all comments. All bad publicity is publicity, no matter what. When you coming in, you saying that Maze, every time you say that Maze, you just tell another person about him. So, whether you call in or not, man, that, 75, it's really okay, man. He's stuck in his ways. It's okay. It's okay.
Them ways is what got us here.
It's okay.
Them
man.
ways is what got us here.
Probably did, but that's why we.
But see, the problem is, Riis, and I know you. The problem is we allow it to go, and the challenge becomes that after we make steps forward, and we start to build, then you got people trying to pull us backwards. And all I'm saying is, my dude, go row your boat somewhere else. I got you, Riis, though. I do like it. Like Muhammad Ali say, love me or hate me, punk, if you buying tickets.
Man,
I do be thinking about the people. You know what my favorites are? My two dislikes every day. That'd be my favorite. Because I'd be like, did you wake up? Like, and it be before 7 o'clock. I'd be like, dude, I'd be an alarm clock in my. You set the alarm?
It's an alarm clock.
I'm the king, dog.
You tell him, man, I'm here to alert him. That's what
I'm the king.
That's what you here for. But yeah, man, I be trying to, me, I used to pop off too. I be trying to become like.
I do too.
It's cool, man.
I be like it though. But you know what I be thinking?
That's what you want to do then.
I be feeling like, dang, when you listening and you like, then you got to turn the phone down because they be like, the people in the room, you be like, who got snaggle teeth? Who be smelling like that? See, Riis, I be like, and I don't be trying to, like, I don't even want to hit you with okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to let this go. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. For Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, Riis, or anybody else, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace. You forgot to, let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Smell life, seems more lesbian than black.
I got you. We up out of here.
How you get the last word on the Maze Jackson Show?
You just said something right there. So I ain't even unmute your mic because I knew it was you already. I just muted mine.
Maze said.
Down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find